Welcome to Psychic Insights, where pop culture meets higher consciousness and the tea is always a little bit mystical. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and around here we don't just watch the drama unfold, we read the energy behind it, whether it's celebrity scandals, reality TV, chaos, or true crime with a twist. I'm tuning in to bring you the intuitive scoop the headlines miss. So buckle up, because your aura's about to get entertained.
Hey, it's me. The sun is entering Leo and I'm feeling a little manic. So I thought I would do this, kind of rein it all in. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's not just legal but spiritual. And, you can see by the picture, it's our friend Baby Gingy, otherwise known as David Gingras. All right, well, when people start using copyright law to silence critics and intimidate creators, that's not law, that's lawfare. And that's control, and energetically, it has a cost. So we're talking about him. He's a lawyer who's been sending takedown notices and allegedly trying to unmask creators, our favorite ones especially, who've been reading legal documents on YouTube. But what's really going on here? And why is this happening now? And I had to ask a few questions like, will he lose his law license? And what does Spirit have to say about all this? Because you know what? It makes me a little crazy. So stick around, because I pulled cards and I tuned into the energy and what might be coming through. And it's heavy, as we might expect. It's real and it's karmic. This is that revenge part I like about karma. Even though I did a whole episode on karma. Check it out. All right, so let's break it down. We know our friend here is tied to a high-profile case, messy. And, some creators have been reading publicly filed documents that he authored. Now, instead of engaging in open dialogue, he has been using copyright strikes to, kind of try to silence or even reveal these creators. Not because they're stealing original work, because let's face it, David, not really original work, but because he knows that under YouTube's policy, if you fight a copyright strike, you have to reveal your identity. So enter one of our favorites, and I'm not going to say her name because I'm going to leave her out of it by name, but if you know, you know. And she's a creator that's been using humor and deep dives to explore the Laura Owens case. She's smart, she's bold, and she's anonymous. And Baby Gengi doesn't like that. The strikes, they're not just legal actions, they're traps. They're bait to get someone like her to out herself. And what we really should be calling it is legal bullying, weaponizing copyright, and an attempt to silence voices through fear. So I pulled some cards, and I wanted to know if David Gingras would be, receiving some legal consequences, namely losing his license. And I used my Lenormand cards. And let's see, I kind of mixed them back up. So I picked man, which represents him, clearly. Ring, because ring is all about contracts, professional obligations, and possibly bar membership. The coffin equals endings. Endings, closure, and sometimes forced surrender. So energetically, this screams to me, this man's professional standing is in danger. Whether it's suspicion, a forced resignation, suspension, suspension, possibly a forced resignation. Hello, I can't speak today. Whew, let's calm ourselves down. Or being nudged to step back. These are all possibilities. And this combo just shows that his legal authority will not remain intact if this path continues. Like he is on thin ice and the cracks are loud. All right, so I also wanted to know, I wanted like a 6-month forecast for baby Gengi. So let's walk you through the energy I pulled over the next 6 months. And the cards were birds, bear, rider, path, lily, mice, moon, and coffin. And this is what they spoke to me. So month 1 to 2, we've got the birds and bear, and so the noise is growing. People are talking, videos are spreading, and Gingras, he's going to double down. He loves his control, so think more copyright strikes, threats, intimidation, but he's already losing the narrative. And remember, these are all my insights, and yeah, I'm slightly biased. So I also wonder if that comes into play when I am tapping into the energy. So let's just leave it there, okay? Take it with a grain of spiritual salt, if you will. All right, so months 2 and 3, we've got the rider and the path, and a major legal or professional development drops, a complaint, bar review, or new filing. He reaches a crossroads. Do I keep swinging with legal force, or do I step back and regroup? Here's a spoiler alert. We know him. He's going to pick the wrong path. He really needs to grow up a little bit. He'll be forced to, though. Months 3 and 4, Lily plus mice. The law elders, those, like in the bar association, who up until this point really didn't give a crap, in our opinion, my opinion, or even ethical committees, start to notice. Hello, AZ Bar. All right, so think with mice, think about anxiety, erosion, decay. I never like to see the mice, but whatever. This is where he starts to feel the real consequences. Like, give it up already, dude. If he came to me for some guidance, I'd have to not sugarcoat this. I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Month 5 to 6, we've got the moon in the coffin. So his reputation fades. This is all part of the movie where the powerful man isn't feared anymore. He's exposed. So we've got coffin, closure, something ends, whether it's his license, his law office, client relationships, and his public credibility. He loses more than he thought he could control. So let's get real for a minute, because, got to do the spiritual truth thing, right? So when you build a career on silencing people instead of listening, when you use your power not to protect truth, but to manipulate, out of fear, the universe, source, spirit will always balance it out. Always. David Gingras isn't just dealing with YouTube strikes, he's dealing with spiritual consequences. And from what I've seen, this is the beginning, well, I think it's been beginning, of karmic unraveling. Some of these events that have occurred in his life have been warning signs, like, really, wake up. And this isn't a punishment, David. This is a wake-up call. Will you take it? I don't know. But that's his path to walk. And here's my final message to you. If you're a creator or a truth teller, or just someone who's been watching this play out and wondering, is it safe to speak? Here's what I want you to know. You are not powerless, you are not alone, and your voice matters, even if it's anonymous. And if someone tries to silence you with fear, remember they're already afraid of your truth. So if you want more intuitive takes on real-world chaos, like and subscribe and share this video. And if you're feeling called to protect your energy or speak your truth with more power, I've got you. Come on over to yourpsychicgirlfriend.com, and if you'd like, book a reading. If you want to dive deeper into your own gifts or purpose. And until next time, stay powerful and don't let the loudest voice fool you. It's the clearest one that carries truth. And I will see you in the next one.